an oak where the wild rivers bend. I first saw her silhouette as the daylight did wane. By an old wooden porch, laughter danced in the air, and her scarf caught the breeze like a whispered prayer. Oh, the silence washed away by the sound of her name. Rivers run, but memories, they never do fade. Like the dust on my boots, her love clings to my soul. In the heart of the wild, she made what's broken feel whole. Now the cabin sits empty where once love's fire burned bright. Gravel roads long forgotten under moon's mournful light. The trails we once walked are overgrown, lost to time, and the echo of her footsteps is a ghost in the pines. Oh, the silence washed away by the sound of her name. Rivers run, but memories, they never do fade. Like the dust on my boots, her love clings to my soul. In the heart of the wild, she made what's broken feel whole. Underneath the vast prairie sky, lay down my weary head. Every star a story, a memory of words we once said. But the wind shift and change, as all seasons must do. Still every whispered wind seems to bring me back to you. So the silence washed away, but her echo remains in the rustling leaves, the pouring rain. As the sun dips low and the shadows grow tall, her memory's a melody that softly recalls. Oh, the silence washed away, yet forever she stays in the heart of the wild, across timeless days.
Shadow of the oak tree, where the wild daisies grow, stands a house old of secrets, whispering soft and low. I walked its dusty halls, where our laughter used to blend with a scarf you left behind, as if you'd come back again. Oh, the old house listened to the sound of our dreams. Now it echoes with silence, just like my heart it seems. Underneath the porch light, where you swore you'd never part, the old house listened closely to the breaking of my heart. Years have worn the saddle, trails have gone to sea, gravel roads forgotten like the warmth of your heat. Where the river bends under the weeping willow tree lies the ghost of your whisper, but you ain't there with me. Yes, the old house listened to the vows we could not keep. Now it shelters shadows in its heart where darkness creeps. Beside the cold fireplace, takes me further from the love we swore. And the old house listened as I whisper goodbye to the dreams we once built beneath this vast open sky. As the stars look down gently on the heartache we've sown, the old house keeps listening while I wander alone.
Out where the oak trees meet the high desert sand, I first saw her silhouette against the sun's descent. An old cabin stood, weathered by wind and rain, where echoes of laughter traced the edge of my pain. She danced on the porch, a scarf in her breeze, her laughter a melody, soft as the whispering leaves. His shadow called my name through the whispers of the plain, in the twilight's fading glow, where our lost memories remain underneath the starlit frame. All my dreams became estranged. His shadow called my name, and the silence never changed. Years flowed like the river across the gravel roads, where once we wandered, now I walk alone. The saddle sits dusty on an empty, tired mare. Her eyes look to the trail as if she still sees you there. That old porch swing sways with a creaking sound, a symphony of what was lost and never to be found. His shadow called my name through the whispers of the plain, in the twilight's fading glow, where our lost memories remain underneath the starlit frame. All my dreams became estranged. His shadow called my name, and the silence never changed. So here's my confession on this long and lonesome ride. The heart holds on to love as the soul tries to hide in the dust of the trails, in the rain that starts to fall. I've learned that shadows linger even as the night calls. His shadow called my name through the whispers of the plain, in the twilight's fading glow, where our lost memories remain. Every sunset paints the pain in colors of the love I can't reclaim. His shadow called my name, and I'm still calling hers in vain. In the distance a coyote calls to the moon, a lone and haunting tune, as his shadow fades away like the closing of a day too soon.
Built a porch from barnwood gray, hung wildflowers that never fade. The roof still leaks when the rain gets mad, but you laugh and say, ain't that bad. You read your books by the window frame. I fix the fence, call the cows by name. We don't talk much about someday, 'cause baby, this is our always. We don't wear rings, we don't toast vows. No preachers here, just creaking sounds of floors that learned our rhythm slow, of hearts that bloom and never show. We don't need promises to steer, just every morning you're still here. You hum that tune with a coffee pot, barefoot dancing in a polka dot. I carve a birdhouse, you paint the stars. We make a home from secondhand parts. There's a note you wrote taped to the wall. Don't forget we got it all. No gold, no fame, no grand parade, just time and breathe and love homemade. We don't wear rings, we don't sign names. Our love ain't caught in picture frames, but damn if it don't hold me tight when cold creeps in at end of night. No forever tattooed in ink, just two old mugs in the kitchen sink, and this one truth that makes it clear: every morning you're still here. Some folks chase the fireworks high, but we found magic in bacon and rye, in the way your hair smells in July, and how you whisper stay with your eyes. We don't need crowds, we don't need cheer, just morning light and you still near. No wedding dress, no diamond flare, just flannel shirts and porch rocking chairs. If love's a home, then we're both keys, and this old life's our symphony. You don't say much, but it's crystal clear: every morning you're still here.
In a dusty drawer in an empty room, a rusty locket lies beneath the moon. Inside a curl of golden hair takes me back to when she was there. Oak trees whispered on that old hill where the sun dipped low and time stood still. Oh, how the winds have turned so stern through whispering pines and dreams that yearn. This rusty locket, a flame that yearns in the heart of a cowboy where sorrow burns. Each sunset bleeds like the tears she earned on that lonely ridge where memories churn. The wildflowers by the gravel road no longer bloom where our love once glowed. Her scarf caught on the old porch swing, now just a ghost of spring, sweet flame. The trails we rode have overgrown, paths we made are now dust and bone. Oh, how the winds have turned so stern through whispering pines and dreams that yearn. This rusty locket, a flame that yearns in the heart of a cowboy where sorrow burns. Each sunset bleeds like the tears she earned on that lonely ridge where memories churn. Underneath the endless sky, roam alone. Every star a word unsaid in the silent song. What's left is a shadow, a dance of light and gray. A cowboy's heart knows only the price to pay. whispering pines and dreams that yearn. This rusty locket, a flame that yearns in the heart of a cowboy, where sorrow burns. Each sunset bleeds like the tears she earned on that lonely ridge, where memories churn. So I'll ride these lands under crown of thorn, past cabins empty and fields forlorn, with a rusty locket and the burns it bears, carried deep within like a prayer in the air. Out by the whispering creek where the oak trees weep, my boots stirred the dust, your scarf caught the breeze. We carved our names under that old porch light. Now I'm talking to shadows in the falling night. The creek sings low, a sorrowful sound, in the place where my heart first got bound. Oh, the creek haunts with its lonely call, where our echoes lie neath the twilight shawl. Every stone and turn, a memory's breath, in the quiet sobs of the stream I feel your depth. The sunset bleeds, it knows my cause. At the creek haunts, where I loved and lost. Years rolled like the wheels down a gravel road. The cabin's empty, the fire's cold. Your laughter's a ghost in the rustling leaves, and I'm a shadow man with a heart that grieves. The trails we walk now overgrown, in the creek haunts I wander alone. Oh, the creek haunts with its mournful sigh, where dreams drift like clouds in a stormy sky. Each whisper in the wind, you name it, calls amongst the crumbling pines and the weeping falls. The dust settles deep where our love was tossed. At the creek haunts, where I loved and lost. And oh, my sweet, does the wind carry cries to the stars above from my tear-dimmed eyes? For each night I lay by these haunted streams, you visit me softly in the thorns of my dreams. Yes, the creek haunts with its lonesome moan, a cradle of echoes where I've grown old. The shadows stretch as the day departs, in the creek haunts amidst broken hearts, a silhouette against the fading gloss. At the creek haunts, where I loved and lost. So I'll saddle my sorrows, ride the dusty dawn, by the creek that haunts where you're forever gone. And maybe these trails under skies vast and blue will one day heal the scars of losing you. But until then, in the dust I'll trust. At the creek haunts, where I loved and lost. Out by the old creek, where where oak trees cast shadows long. I first heard her laughter in the summer sweet song. We danced under starlight where the wild horses roam. In that dusty town, once a place we called home. Her voice rode through the wind, clear and true, whispering secrets in the morning dew. Every sunset paints her silhouette, but she's a ghost I can't hold. Her voice rode through my dreams in the night so cold. Years rode like the tumbleweeds, past cabins worn and old, gravel roads forgotten, tales of love untold, the scarf she left behind. On the porch swing sways a remnant of her presence in those golden days. Her voice rode through the wind, a haunting melody. In the rustle of the leaves, she's still calling me. Every sunset hides her face in shades of gold and blue. Her voice rode through my heart, but she's a song I once knew. Now the prairie's wide and the nights stretch out ahead. Sleep doesn't visit the pillow where I lay my head, searching for her echoes in the valleys and the peaks. My soul rides endless trails that her memory seeks. Her voice rode through the wind, never to be found, across those silent plains where our hopes were bound. In every whispered breeze, under the crescent moon's glow, her voice rode through the past, the only love I'll know. Out by Lonesome Hill under that old oak tree, where the dust spins gold and the late days glow, we carved our names, wild hearts run free. In the bark they're faded now, just like the snow. Scarves in the wind, your laughter in the air, we danced on shadows of the coming night. Your silver locket, the moonlight in your hair, a memory's whisper neath the stars' soft light. Oh, Lonesome Hill cries, cries for you and me. Her tears are the rain on empty cabin floors. The wind, it moans through branches of the tree, where our love ain't sheltered anymore. The gravel roads, now overrun with thorns, lead to the porch where once your song would play. Echoes of boots on wood, and now just forlorn, a symphony of what's been swept away. An empty saddle lays beside the trail where once we rode through fields of waving grain. And now all that's left is a lonesome nightingale singing ballads of our joy and pain. Oh, Lonesome Hill cries, cries for you and me. Her tears are the rain on empty cabin floors. The wind, it moans through branches of the tree, where our love ain't sheltered anymore. Sometimes the heart is like those fading trails, lost beneath the weeds that time has grown. And in my dreams I roam where love prevails, only to wake on the lonesome hill alone. So lonesome hill cries, and I cry too. The sunsets blaze on the lonely paths I roam, each step away from where our loved ones grew. The lonesome hill cries and I can't find home. Oh, lonesome hill cries and I can't find home.
In the gloom of the ashen dawn, by the oak tree's mournful shade, where we carved our names, the world so wide, beneath the Everglade. Your scarf still dances on the porch, a ghost in the prayer's embrace. Each thread a tale, each hue a sigh, lost in the wind's cold trace. Oh, that goodbye letter called my name, in ink that wept my fate to claim, on a dusty trail where our dreams did roam. Now I ride these shadows all alone. The cabin stands a silent shell on the edge of the faded trail. Its door swings soft to yesterday when our love was not so frail. The saddle worn, the gravel path whispers of your tender grace. Every hoofbeat in the rain echoes a void I cannot replace. Oh, that goodbye letter called my name, in ink that wept my fate to claim, on a dusty trail where our dreams did roam. Now I ride these shadows all alone. Under the vast and starlit sky, I confess to the restless plains. Every sunset spills your memory in the hue of blood-red stains. And though I wander far and wide, your shadow by my side remains, a specter of what once was true, shackled in love's unseen chains. Yes, that goodbye letter called my name, a sorrow song, a lonesome flame. As stars above the night reclaim, in my heart your whisper just the same. Goodbye, my love, this cowboy soul, forever your sweet claim. As the last note lingers in the wind, the scene fades out like smoke, leaving nothing but the echo of a heart that once spoke.
In the hush of old oak shadows, neath the whispering twilight sky, I recall her laughter swirling
like the dust when winds were high. Barefoot steps on creaking porches echo soft as summer's breath. Every board and nail a story, every silence steeped in death. Oh, those barefoot steps stood still in time on the roads where we did roam. Now I wander through the memories in the twilight I call home. Every sunset sinks just like my heart beneath horizons turning chill. Where once we danced neath starlit skies, those barefoot steps stood still. Years are flown like leaves in autumn, drifting far from root and stem. Empty cabin windows staring like the eyes of lost old friends. Gravel roads that led to nowhere now lead only to the past. Scarves that smelled of sage and freedom knew too well they couldn't last. Oh, those barefoot steps stood still in time on the trails now overgrown. With her whisper in the cedar wind, I face these roads alone. Every sunset sinks just like my heart beneath horizons turning chill. Where once we loved without a care, those barefoot steps stood still. On the ridge where dawn breaks earliest, I see her silhouette sometimes, just a fleeting shade of yesteryears crossing o'er those blurring lines. Guess I've learned that some fond remnants, like the saddle worn and old, carry weight of souls departed in the stories left untold. So those barefoot steps stood still in time like the shadows in the dell. I wander through each whispered dream where her laugh used to dwell. As the stars peer down like watchful eyes and the night air tastes of thrill, in the quiet of the fading trails, those barefoot steps stood still. Letting go's a lonesome river, but some hearts they never will. In the silver glow of moonlit past, those barefoot steps stood still.
On the edge of El Paso, where the oak trees guard the lost, I met her under starry skies where now only shadows toss. By the old wooden porch we danced, soft shoes on creaking wood. Her laughter mingled with the wind, swore it'd stay for good. But the starry night forgot us as the world spun its sad tales. Those stars we watched together, now just empty, dusty trails. The wind whispers her name through the canyon's lonely shot, beneath the heaven's vast expanse. The starry night forgot. Years threaded silver through my hair. The cabin stands alone. Gravel roads where the marks we made turn now to silent stone. The scarf she left behind hangs on a rusty nail, still faintly smells of rain, like tears from the skies when the heavens shared our pain. The starry night forgot us as the world spun its sad tales. Those stars we watched together, now just empty, dusty trails. The wind whispers her name through the canyon's lonely shot, beneath the heaven's vast expanse. The starry night forgot. when we roam. Now every whisper's a reminder of how I wander alone. Maybe the land remembers, though the stars refuse to tell, of the nights we stitched our dreams before the darkness fell. So I'll sing to the starry night that forgot, to the dreams that we once knew, to the echoes of her footsteps fading into the morning dew. The wind whispers her name through the canyon's lonely shot, in the heart of forgotten trails where even stars dare not. And as the sunset bleeds its last over lands where she once stood, I saddle up my sorrows right through this lonesome wood, where the starry night forgot and all but one heart moved on. Underneath these endless skies, I reckon life just draws its dawn.
In a valley where the oak trees shadow the road, lies a cabin with its timber silvered like old bones. Through that doorway walked a love as wild as the land. Under moonlight we swore forever, scars in our hands. Oh, the wind sang through the spaces she once filled. That old house carved with names now gone still. Echoes of laughter under rafters where my heart lays, on the porch of broken dreams through the sun's dying rays. Years have wandered like the rivers, changed their course. Empty saddles, dust settles with no remorse, where laughter hung like rain in thirsty air. Now just whispers and a faded scarf left on that chair. Oh, the wind sang through the spaces she once filled. That old house carved with names now gone still. Echoes of laughter under rafters where my heart lays, on the porch of broken dreams through the sun's dying rays. And I've seen sunsets bleed and fade into the night, but her eyes, that fire still burns too bright. In this quiet town where memories roam like ghosts, I'm just a shadow in love with what I miss the most. Oh, the wind sang, but my heart's grown cold and mild. Still that old house carved keeps me beguiled. A rider alone, trails fading into the dusk. With every whisper of the wind, I feel the pulse of lost musk. So I'll sit here where old oaks weep and time is blurred, in the silence with my sorrow and the echoes unheard, in the old house carved where my soul forever stays, watching horizons, holding on to forgotten days. Out by the old willow bend where the creek sings low, found a scarf she left behind, now faded like my hope. Underneath that ancient oak, we carved her name so bold, now just shadows in the bark, like stories left untold. Shattered glass lingers on these dusty trails, my heart's reflection scattered with the wind it sails. Each shard a memory of laughs that filled the night, now just echoes on the breeze under the fading light. The cabin stands empty where once her laughter rang, silent as the sunset that bleeds into the plains. Her scent on the pillow, just a ghost I can't embrace. Our dreams like the gravel road, lost without a trace. Shattered glass lingers on these worn out paths, her smile a whisper that the autumn wind grabs. Every piece a moment of dances in the rain, now just shadows in my mind, love I can't reclaim. Roll past the porch where the old swing still sways, each creak a sermon on the passage of days. What's left is a heartache, riding side by side, a journey with the dust, where my tears can't hide. Carving canyons in the soul of me. One last ride as the twilight steals the sky, in the land of broken echoes where my heart lies. Hold on to the reins, let the cold wind sweep. Shattered glass lingers where love was once deep.
Rode back through the county gate, same dust, same hill, same twist of fate. The church still leans near Miller's Creek, the porch lights dim, but time still speaks. I saw her there with grace and grace, same green eyes, same summer face. I took my hat off, said it's me. She smiled and asked politely, who'd you be? She forgot my name, like wind forgets a whispered flame, like snow forgets the prints it keeps, like dreams that vanish when we sleep. I stood there full of years and shame, and watched her eyes not spark the same. You think time heals, but damn it maims. She forgot my name. I wrote her letters I never sent, kept them folded, edge bent. I carved our song on an old guitar, played it nightly under stars. I pictured hugs, not shaking hands. I planned to stay, not just passing land. But love, it fades when not reclaimed, and people change and faces blame. She forgot my name, the one she once sang in the rain.
the one she stitched on flannel red, the one I swore she'd never shed. But hearts move on like seasons aim, and I was fall and she chose spring. I brought my past, she packed her flame. Return with hope, but she just smiled like we never wrote a single page in this old book. Guess I read too long while she just shook. She forgot my name, not with malice, not with shame, just like a road that closed one day while I still walked the other way. I tipped my hat, turned back through pain, and whispered low into the plain, if I'm just dust, don't light the flame. She forgot my name.
I recall her laughter woven deep as the creek serenade. Beneath an oak our initials are still carved, but like whispered dreams in wind they're slowly starved. Dusty boots beside her porch, we dance to cricket songs. Every sunset painted gold where my heart belonged. Oh, but when that dandelion field sank low, underneath the weight of winter snow, all our yesterdays they spin and twirl, gone with the wind, leaving just the echo of a girl and a love that thin. Now the cabins stand abandoned to the ghosts. Gravel roads once tread by us now host only my remorse. The scarf she left, it's threadbare but scented still, like the rain that knew our whispers and the chill. The saddle's worn, the trails are overgrown. In this lonesome life the winds have cold have blown. Oh, but when that dandelion field sank low, underneath the weight of winter snow, all our yesterdays they spin and twirl, gone with the wind, leaving just the echo of a girl and a love that thin. And I wander through the whispers of the past, each memory a shadow that the twilight casts, an empty sky, a heart unbound. In the silence, her absence is the only sound. So when that dandelion field sank low, beneath the stars that no longer glow. I walk alone where dreams once danced in her sweet embrace, and all that's left is the quiet space where love left a trace. Oh, and all that's left is the quiet space where love left a trace.
In the shadow of the canyon, where the oak tree stands alone, I found your scarf, the one you wore, now faded, frayed and blown. The wind whispers secrets through the branches overhead, echoes of the sweet words to me you once had said. Oh, the wind whispers low beneath the coyote's cry, where the riverbeds run dry under the vast unending sky. My heart lies buried in the rugged dusty plains, where the silent sunsets bleed and only your memory remains. These gravel roads, they twist and turn past porches old and worn, each creaking board a testament to vows once sweetly sworn. But time it rode a swifter steed, took you far from these wild lands, left me roaming solo with just shadows holding hands. Oh, the wind whispers low beneath the coyote's cry, where the riverbeds run dry under the vast unending sky. My heart lies buried in the rugged dusty plains, where the silent sunsets bleed and only your memory remains. I bore my sorrow like an old leather saddle, riding trails of solitude, too lonesome to straddle. But every gust, every storm that I weather ties me stronger to the ghost of your tether. So let the wind whisper soft, let it howl, let it moan. I'll walk these empty cabins, these forgotten roads alone, as the dusk claims the day with a deep purple sigh. I'm a shadow in the sunset with no tears left to cry, where the paths fade away in the lands you once roamed. The wind whispers your name, my heart's final home. In the hush of dawn, neath the old oak sway, I found her scarf, blue as the new day. Memories flood like the creek after rain, of laughter shared on this dusty plain. She danced with the wind where the wildflowers lay, in a town too quiet where her shadow stays. Oh, her shadow stays, though she's gone away, in the corners of the night, in the edges of the day. On the old porch swing, I can hear her say, love like ours, darling, it never fades. But the wind's a cruel player with the games it plays. She's a fading trail, but her shadow stays. The old cabin stands on the gravel road, windows blank stare, bare stories untold. Where we once were fire, now's but ash and dust. Her laughter's echo, a ghostly gust. Echoes of footsteps in the sunset's blaze. She rode into the horizon, but her shadow stays. Yes, her shadow stays as the daylight frays, in the whisper of the leaves, in the silence of the grays. On the empty bed where the cool breeze plays, love finds its rest, darling, she'd phrase. But my heart's left wandering through a lonesome maze. She's the song that ends, but a shadow stays. Now I roam these lands astray without a home, chasing echoes and a ghost in the twilight's comb, where the rivers sing and the mountains gaze. I look for her in the dawn's soft rays. Still a shadow stays in the quiet ways, in the rustle of the oaks where the old dog lays. As the night descends, as the cold air sways, love's a lasting light, darling, my heart conveys. Though I walk alone where the coyote brays, in the whispers of the wind, her shadow stays.
On the edge of Dixon's pasture, where the oak trees kiss the sky, I built that fence of cedar 'neath the watch of her blue eyes. Wind whispered through the branches with a soft and lonesome sigh, as the sun dipped low, casting shadows where our promises did lie. But the fence held tight 'neath the weight of time, through storms of dust and the winter's rime. Like my heart holds on to the love that's gone, in the silence of the night, the fence held tight. Years have turned like pages in this old forgotten town. Her laughter now just echoes where steps once marked the ground. The cabin stands all empty, where we once dreamed side by side. Only gravel roads and fading trails where my regrets reside. Yes, the fence held tight beneath the weight of time, through the howling wind and rain's cold chime, like my heart holds on to the days long gone. Beneath the starlit sky, the fence held tight. There's an old scarf hung on the porch swing, frayed and worn like me. Every thread a story, every stain a memory. I wonder if she misses those wild lands we used to roam, or if I'm just a ghost now in the ruins of our home. So the fence held tight beneath the weight of years, guarding all my hopes, cradling my fears, as I whisper her name to the endless night. In the heart's quiet ache, the fence held tight. Oh, the heart's quiet ache, where the fence held tight. In the shadow of the oak, where our names were carved deep, the creek whispers secrets that our summers used to keep. Her scarf still dances on the porch, a ghost in the wind, where the laughter of her eyes promised love wouldn't end. But her goodbye bleeds like sunset on that old gravel road, where my heart dropped off her bags and her absence now flows. The dust won't settle, nor the echo of her steps fade, as the twilight cries in colors her leaving portrait. Cabin holds the cold of December's embrace, each corner filled with the silence of her missing trace. The trail we walk now overgrown, where wild daisies hide, they bloom untouched like dreams in me since the day she died. Like rain through the cracks of worn wood floors, memories flood the empty spaces I can't restore. The dust won't settle, nor the echo of her steps fade, as the twilight cries in colors her leaving portrait. The soul bears its scars. A cowboy wanders tethered to the light of lost stars, and her goodbye
river wild through broken plains. Love's deep scar I carry as I wear her invisible chains. The dust won't settle nor her whisper in the breeze wane, as I sing to the stars wishing she'd come back like the rain.
In the shadow of the oak, where wild roses thrive, I carved our names under that endless blue sky. Your silver locket warm in the palm of my hand, a sweet promise as we watched the hourglass sand. But that locket watched me leave down the gravel road, with a heart too worn to plead and too broke to hold, under sunset's fading glow, where our dreams did weave, only dust and whispers blow, and the locket watched me leave. Years flew like the sparrows, we changed with the fall, from the golden fields to the old town hall. Your scarf left on the saddle, the porch swings still, in the quiet of the cabin, time seems to chill. That locket watched me leave through the rain-soaked eaves, echoes in the chambers of the love we grieve, in the silence of the pines, where I still believe you're the lingering sigh of the breeze, and the locket watched me leave. On the rim of the canyon, I hear the rivers plead, whispers of you and me, lost in the tapestry. But every trail I wander, every star I see, is a memory I ponder of what can never be. Yes, that locket watched me leave, and I'm miles past reprieve, a cowboy with his shadows and a soul that can't decease. As the moon climbs high and thieves the light from me, in the heart of the night, that locket watched me leave. So here's to the love that's gone, to the dust I cleave, on lonely trails forever drawn, where that locket watched me.